as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there. Three yards remain for second down.
A give running left, it's Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Right back to Sanders on first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Sanders.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Sanders. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and goal. Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
26, Mike, 26.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that, because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Lance looking to throw it.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
You know they pay me.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers, because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing now is Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end. And he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Eagles 3.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they can't corral him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taken right around the 44. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
They go play action with Hurts.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Mostert. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Being chased out left. Now the ball comes loose, and the Eagles have recovered.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
We know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively, because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Flushed out right. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
From the gun, it's Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground here at Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 73 yards rushing for them now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 31, Lance. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Draw play here. Lance hands to Mostert. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Lance now to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
That's it, baby. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5.
drive. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fights him off, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. Touchdown! John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half.